Okay, you are live. Bobbi, if you'd like to kick it off.
Sure. Thank you, David. Welcome, everybody, to the Hyperledger Global Meetup. It's coming from Princeton and India and Italy. So I hope you enjoy. I'll give you a little background about tonight's event. So as you see on the screen, it is about documentation and AI. I have been on the documentation task force for Hyperledger for about 6 months. And what we've been trying to do, since Hyperledger is open source and all the different projects have all their different ways of doing things, we're trying to give them guidelines to follow when creating documentation. We don't want to tell them how to do it because they're their own companies and they're their own ideas. So we just want to give them guidelines that they can follow. So we took a real good look at what the documentation needs are of the community. We analyzed what the documentation out there was, and we came up with some recommendations with a really heavy influence with AI, because the task force, again, kind of evolved right when that was evolving too. So you'll see that there's a lot of AI influence on this. We're going to really focus on that tonight more than the specifics of the community needs. So I'm going to, there we go. So who we are, I am Bobbi Muscara. I am on the TOC for Hyperledger. I'm working on a project called The Giving Chain, and I run Ledger Academy, which at the end you'll see that I host the metaverse for the Hyperledger library, which is really cool. Wait till you see that. And next, we're going to introduce the mentees. So I have been working with these amazing individuals for months now. They have shown up, they've been responsible, they've been on time, they've been everything you want in a collaborator, a teammate, and just friends. We've had a lot of fun. We've done a lot of stuff. So we're going to show you what we've done. I'm going to let my first mentee introduce herself.
Yeah, sure. So, hello everyone. My name is Arunima Chaudhuri, and I am a 11th mentee for this year for the Hyperledger Documentation Task Force. And I had an awesome time working with my other mentees and my mentor as well. Apart from that, I'm also a master's student here in India at NIT Warangal. So that's about me. Thank you, Bobbi.
Next.
Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing well. I'm Kajal Kumari. I'm in final year student in India. So I have been contributing in Hyperledger since last 6 months, and I'm also the committee chair of the template group of documentation task force. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Tripur Joshi and I'm also currently in my last year having fun with it, and been with Hyperledger for like last 6 months. Is a really a roller coaster ride with me. Everyone is growing, everyone is learning new stuff. With the AI, we are all getting introduced to all these amazing tools. We are exploring them and learning how we can make our work more efficient. So yeah, I'm also a technical writer and a researcher.
Yeah, is Akansha on the call?
I think she will be joining soon, but she's not yet in the call.
Well, she is also a mentee. She is working with the onboarding group and helping us figure out where our documentation needs to be when people come on to the Hyperledger community, whether it's the website, the wiki page, GitHub, wherever. So she's been spearing that side of things. Next.
Thank you, Bobbi. Hello, everyone. I'm Gianluca Capuzzi. I'm an Italian software engineer. I'm also passionate in AI. I have a PhD in AI, and now I'm the PM of this Hyperledger Labs project, and I'm also proud about it. Thank you.
We're proud for you as well. Okay, so I am the agenda basically. I'm going to turn it over to Arunima, and we're just going to go through these points and these AI software packages. We're going to show you how they work and what we suggest, and have fun with it. So it's all you now, Arunima.
Yeah, sure, Bobby. Thank you. So as a documentation task force, today we are going to talk about how AI tools helped us in creating documentation for the various open source projects in Hyperledger Foundation. And today we are going to do a walkthrough of using these AI tools, and you going to use the theme on preparing a template for user guide for maintainers. So next, Bobby. Okay, so as a documentation task force, some of our goals that we have been working on are here, like preparing interactive and community-driven content, focusing on accessibility, improving the usability, modularity, improving the community and collaboration part of documentations, and the AI tools have helped us in a lot of way to achieve all these objectives of the enterprise documentation. Next. Okay, so starting with one of the most commonly used tools nowadays, that is ChatGPT, and I will be giving a demo on how we can use ChatGPT to prepare a user guide for maintainers within seconds. And yeah, so I will be sharing my screen. Okay, so to get into ChatGPT, first when we go into Google, we have to go to this link called ChatGPT, chat.openai.com. And since I have used it earlier, I got into it immediately, but otherwise, you might have to do a simple Google login. After that, sorry. Here in the chatbot, we can just type whatever we want it to prepare for us. So here we are going to ask it to prepare a user guide for maintainers. Just I'm going to type it. That prepare a template. User guides for maintainers. And we can see that within seconds, it gives us a complete outline and a framework on which we can work on and improve. So this is how using the AI tools, we can improve our productivity and like automate a lot of tasks that takes a lot of time. So here we can see that it gave us a complete framework of a user guide for a template for user guide for maintainers, which we can use in our projects. So that was about it. And apart from that, if we want to share this chat with anyone, we can just click on the link here, and we will get a shareable link. So we can just copy the link and share it with anyone we want. So that was about it. Bobby, next. Okay, so here are some of the common ChatGPT prompts that we can use to ask to get more personalized and more effective results from ChatGPT. Like we can mention the role, like act as a maintainer or act as a teacher, and then we can ask it to perform the task that we want it to do. We can ask it. We can also give context and we can also write like what is the specific audience that we are using it for. So in this way, we can create different prompts to address different situations and get more accurate results from ChatGPT. Next. Okay, so next we have Kajal who will be giving us a demo of the Gamma app, which is an AI powered app for creating amazing presentations within seconds. So over to Kajal.
Sure, thank you, Arunima. So I will be presenting my screen. Yep. So I will be searching for the gamma.ai. How to hide this? I'm sorry for this. Wait a minute.
So while Colin's trying to figure out how to get the screen on the share mode, I'm just going to tell you a little.
Yeah.
Oh, there you
Yeah,
go.
it's
About
done.
Gamma. I
I'm
love this
sorry.
program just because it is so quick at what it does, and it would take me forever to do this. So this is just one of my personal favorites. So go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So to switch to Gamma, I just put gamma.app in the search bar and we'll get this screen. So from here, we'll be creating a new AI which we have option for presentation, documentation, or web page. So I will be going to presentation, and then I have to like write the prompt here, which is like a template for user guide for maintainers. So it will give the this is the content of the PPT. It give the AI generated. I will do continue, and then it will like create the PPT for me. From here, wait a minute. From here, I can choose the theme for the PPT. Suppose I choose this, and now continue. So it will take some time to create the slides, and it will like auto generate the content of the slide related to the prompt I have given to the AI tool. Yep. So this is the PPT the AI has created for us. So we also like can edit this PPT. We have the option here to delete or like duplicate the card, or if we want to share the link, or if we want to style the card as per our requirement. From there we can like embed video in it or add images through the from the internet or from our gallery. So like we have here option to add images search, and if I have to add there some image, so I will go here, uh, I'll go on unsplash image this. Yep, edit. Yep. So if I want to like documentation, so I can, yep, I can edit there. Also, if I like want to like change the layout, this is the layout option I have been given. If I want to change the layout or like if I want to, like, this is the text formatting, this is the visual template. Like if I want to make it in like team photo or anything, I can do it. And if I want to add like any slide there, I can add, and then I can like incorporate these things. So this will be there, and from here I can edit this. Also, like I can share this with my friends and also see the analytics, like how many of my friends or how many views I have got on my PPT. So yeah, this is from here I can edit the theme. I can edit the theme from there. And yeah, this is the edit with AI thing. Like if I want to say, if I want to change this card, if I want to say like add an image related to a user documentation. So yeah, it will, since I have selected this slide, so it will do for me. It will it will suggest me some images, and from here I can add the image if I like that. Just taking time. Yeah, so I got these images. These are all like generated from the Google, and I can give any prompt and generate image for this. Also, like Gamma app is free for like for some users. It has 400 credit in initial phase. Then like we have to take the subscription of the app. So this is all about the Gamma app. Thank you.
Thanks, Kajal. Next, we have Tripur, who will be giving us a tour of the wonderful AI tool that is Whimsical, which can help us create plans and amazing flowcharts within seconds by using some simple commands and prompts. Tripur, over to you.
Yeah. Thank you, Arunima. So, Whimsical AI allows you to create flowcharts, mind maps, sticky notes, and sequence diagram in seconds. Basically, you can simply select the type you need, enter a prompt, and you generate your ideas visually on a board. And this demo will get your magic started. So, I would like to share my screen with that thing. First of all, you will go to the search engine and simply write Whimsical. Click on the first link that comes to your page. Here it is. And when we land here, you can see that this is my workspace that I was working on, which was maintainer guide documentation. But if I want to go to my files, you will see here different boards which I'm working on, user guides, AI task force, and multiple things. So it's kind of like Figma but with AI, and you can also create many things, not just mind maps. You can also create your documentation, more templates for that if you want to see, create folders, and like these boards will help you organize your work. If you want to do that, you can also do it. And let's start with a demo. These are all the things that you can select, like diagram shapes, sticky note that I was talking about, wireframe mode, mind maps. This is the AI, generate with AI. If we want to, like, don't know where we have to start, let's for example, if I'm making a mind map for user maintainers, then user guide, sorry, then simply I will write user guide, and I don't know what to do next. So here's the whole column given to it, like block. I can make it bold, italic, but I want to generate things. So these star thingy will help you generate ideas. This is the AI, and by clicking on it, it will give me everything that I need. like where I have to start, read the user guide thoroughly before attempting to use the product. I don't know what it's trying to say and I want to go deeper into it. Then I will ask again AI to generate more ideas on this part, and it will give me another detailed version for that. Like if I'm not able to understand what this point is all about, then we can go deeper into it. And same with all these points, like familiarize yourself with the user guide for the product. You can do different things. Of course, you can also share this with everyone, your work. You can also create a workspace for your members where all of you are sharing one board and you are creating different stuff. It's very useful in the early ages of any product when you're making that. And voting also, presentations and comments if they anyone want to do that, share, export, print. And basically it's very like simple to use it. We don't have to do much, and we can use spam mode and like go through it here and there. We can zoom out, we can create multiple things, wireframes and all that stuff, whatever we want to do, sticky notes. And if you don't know where you want to start, again, just write what you want to do and it will give you. Like if you want to, you don't know what you want to create on the sticky note, here it is. Just write user guide once again. I need a sticky note for user guides. It will create one for me. Okay, so get started, installation, configuration, usage, and troubleshooting and FAQs. So this is a very simple way how to use Whimsical, and you can use it for multiple reasons, like for like getting update on your daily day-to-day work here, creating different boards for everything. So yeah, this is Whimsical. Hope you like it.
Thanks, Tipur, for the wonderful demo. Next, we have Akanksha, and she will be giving us of the AI tool to create videos from text, and the tool is Victory AI.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are.
Hi, hi Bobby, hi Tripur, hi Gianluca. How are you guys?
We all are doing very good.
Thanks. Hi.
It's really very long time that I'm back. Actually, I'm also an LFX mentee, and basically, is my screen shared?
Yeah, yeah, it is shared.
Okay, cool. That's great. Before starting, I'll just introduce myself a bit. So, myself, Akanksha, and I'm currently a LFX mentee under Hyperledger onboarding, and I'm also working with documentation. I have worked for a longer while, but since past 1 or 2 months I was a bit busy in my project, so I couldn't actually join in. But as the last thing that I did was giving demo of this thing, and I have worked on a lot of things, especially on the onboarding part. I am there to make it smooth for the newcomers, for the people who come to Hyperledger site. That's my work. So now today I'll be giving you a demo on how exactly one of the most useful AI tool, Pictory.ai, will be used. Uh, like how can we use it in our daily lives? Because we know that for tutorials or for any video purposes, we take a lot of time in editing and doing a lot of stuff like adding captions and all these stuff. So basically, Pictory.ai, it uh, eases us the process of making a video, or even from converting an article to video, or it has different options. I'll explain it to you. I have a pre-recorded video, and I'm sorry that I couldn't use the same prompt that others are using right now because of some issues, because there is one constraint of Pictory.ai, that there are credits, so you actually have to go for the paid version. So that you everyone should also know, because when you are switching to any tool, you should know the advantages and disadvantages as well. So this is one of the thing that you have to take care of. So I'll just show you the pre-recorded video and explain it along with me. I hope the video is visible, right, Arunima? Is it visible? Like the thing
Yes,
I'm
yes, it
sharing.
is. Yes, yes,
Okay,
it
cool.
is.
So basically, Pictory.ai is a platform which help us to convert our articles, scripts, visuals, or any sort of data into video. So it does not depend whether it's a essay or it's an article or it's just a photo. So that's a main thing. So what exactly you have to do? You have to log in. You have to log in, and then you have to create an account. Definitely, then what you have to do is basically you'll see these four options here. First is article to video, then script to video, then visuals to video, and then you can edit your even voice text using like videos. So that's the option. So today I'll be showing you some of them, and then you can explore yourself. So moving forward, so what I'll do is okay, I just move forward a bit so that it does not take much of the time. So basically, if you can see, so what I did was I actually added a paragraph. It's something related to politics. So let's ignore the fact that it's politics. So what exactly I did was I added a paragraph, and it has some information about a speech that is happening, a political speech. So I added this paragraph, and I like mentioned all the stuff that are important, like whether what do I expect this video to be. So what exactly I did was uh, the first thing that we can do with Pictory.ai, that we can give a predefined video, like this is the video, and convert it into what exactly I want. Add lyrics to it, add different features to it, and all those stuff. So that is the first thing. So the one I'm showing you is the first aspect. Then I'll move forward to the different aspect that you can actually generate videos from the text. So this is just the guidance. So the first part is that you are providing with a video, and you want captions there, and you want to add some features there, like you want to remove some words, you want to uh, just one second, yeah. So all these features you can do, and I'll just move forward so that you can have a glimpse of what exactly it did in there. So basically what happened was I removed some of the unrequired elements, and then uh if you'll see, just one second. That's a problem with the recorded one. Yeah. So it is creating a video highlights of the thing that I guided to the prompt. So I removed some of the words from the actual speech, the actual words that were there. And then what it did was it removed the unnecessary elements like I did. And it will create a video highlight that yeah. So this is the process. It is very long, like it takes a lot of time. That's why I used Pictory, like I recorded the video. So here if you can see, so the speech that you'll see right now, it will only have the words uh that I gave to it, and I removed it. The words that I removed, that won't be there. So that is the first thing, that you can edit a predefined video. And there are also different options in Pictory.ai, that is, you can add an intro, you can add a title, you can add scenes, you can add an outro. All these things you can do. So what exactly is meant by intro? That, when you are starting with a video, so you want a great start, and when you are ending with the video, you want a great ending. So those aspects, whether you want to add a cover page, and all these video editing stuff is done in minutes. So that's one thing. Now, the second aspect of Pictory.ai will create one video from an article. So this would be the second part. So as you can see, I have added a link of an article. I have just added the link of an article, and it is basically summarizing what exactly the article has, and all the stuff, everything. And it takes quite bit of time, but because I recorded it is not showing. So time is one of the major things that you also have to take care of, that if you want to use this tool, please like make sure that you have time. Because when we use like ChatGPT is the fastest model, that is the best thing, like Arunima told. That is the best part about it is that it gives us the result in like seconds. So in the other tools that are still developing and still getting trained, so they take a quite bit of time, because the models take a time to learn and then act upon it. So that's the reason why it takes a time. So what I did was I gave an article, and I just gave the link of the article, all the words and everything, the pictures and everything that Pictory.ai directly imported from the main article. I did not have to copy and paste it, just the link works. Now I decided that I want, a video, whether it's like in landscape mode or horizontal mode or whatever is required. So now it will create a video out of this article. So if you'll see that, yeah. So just one second. Uh, if it the voice would be audible. So sorry, the voice is not audible in this one that I'll show in the last one. So if you can see, the video is visible. So this video is converted from an article, from just a link of article. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to even copy anything. You just have to put in a link of your article, and then the video would be made. After that, you can do the required editings and all. But the initial base is made. So that is the second aspect. Now turning to the final aspect, and my favorite one is converting text, not converting, sorry, generating videos from the text. So just one second. Sorry, did anyone say anything? Okay. So one second. Now, I'll just move forward. So, in this, what we have to do in the last aspect is, we'll give some text, and Pictory.ai have to create a video based on the information that we give. So it have to itself generate. It has to take reference from whatever is available online, and it depends on the model. So Pictory.ai is the best one that is available in market right now, according to me, because there are other tools, but they are not that efficient. So what we have to do exactly is, firstly we'll just think of a music. So if you can see, uh, these are some of the music available. Like, we have, whether you want some background music in, it should be light, or it should be that, all you can manage, like whether the sound volume should be low or high. But you can choose automatically, you can choose a tune that is there in the Pictory.ai. But other than that, you can upload a voiceover, you can upload any music that you want. You can customize music according to you. Now, after that, if you want that the video should speak in a language that is already there, like speak in someone else's voice. So it already has a lot of inbuilt voices that you can see. The Joanna, like, if you can see the names here, Joanna female, then you have Matthew male, then you have Evie, Kendra. So all these people are some predefined voices that you can use in converting your video of your text to video. So that is one more option in Pictory.ai, and that makes it a very strong tool. Now, moving forward, you can choose the speed, whether you want to, very fast, low, everything that is in your hands. Now, I will just see the preview. The video will be created in a while, and it takes the longest time in this aspect. Why? Because it take the longest time because in other aspect, what we did was did a preset information, like everything was there. So the generation was a bit faster. But in this one, it has to analyze the sub. In the previous versions, what we did was, like, whether it's what article or any other thing, it had the idea of exactly what needs to be showed. But here, when you're generating stuff, it has to analyze the data, it has to understand the data, and then it has to make the, and many a times it's not accurate. Like, if you what happened, I remember one incident from documentation meets only, like even Bobby might remember that. So I was giving a demo of this, and like, I wrote the information about Hyperledger labs. So what it did was, it created a video which had labs, like the science lab stuff. So, like, those equipments and all. So it could not understand the difference between the Hyperledger labs, that is completely a different thing, and the general science labs. So that is the thing that happens in AI, and that efficiency, that it depends on chat GPT. It depends on basically the trained models. I'm sorry, I'm just obsessed with chat GPT. So I will just hear this video out if it's audible. Okay, so yes. Is the sound audible?
No.
No, it is not.
Okay, so I thought that it might be. Just give me 1 second. I'll reshare my screen. And yeah, okay. I got the thing. Why was it not shared? Uh,
Role because it's shared between many systems and processes.
There you have it. That was a quick demo of.
is it audible now?
Yes,
Yes,
it was
that came
audible.
through. That came
Audible.
through.
Okay. We'll just start with the video voiceover again. 1 second. Hmm. Yeah, sorry.
Data has become a strategic asset and companies are increasingly investing in governance programs and tools to manage their data. Master data plays a foundational role because it's shared between many systems and processes.
So as you can see now that, I really hope that you must have gotten the idea what exactly Pictory.ai does. So as you saw that, video is generated from the automated text, automatically from the text. So that exactly is the implementation of Pictory.ai, and it makes it a very good tool. Just that some of the things that from an AI enthusiast, because I myself work into AI a lot, that I feel that, if Pictory.ai directly there is an integration. There is no integration yet, but if there is an integration between ChatGPT, like directly Pictory.ai take the integration from ChatGPT, then I think so it can improve its models well, because the prompt that is created by ChatGPT is the best, and it helps the AI, like any AI tool, to understand what exactly is. Other than that, Pictory.ai is a very great tool that you can actually use in your daily life. And I really hope after this video, if you did not know about it, you must be using, and it will help you out. So that was all from me. Thank you.
Oh, thanks, Akansha, for giving us so detailed analysis of the tool and AI tools in general. And yes, it is a wonderful tool. So next we have Gianluca, who has been working on Chat AIFAQ, and he will be giving us more details on it. So over to you, Gianluca.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Arunima. Let me share the screen. Okay, perfect. Okay, this is a proof of concept of a chatbot, an AI chatbot, which try to reply to question on Hyperledger Fabric. Let me show an example. How to install Hyperledger Fabric. And system now is working on Google Colab notebook, so it's not best and stable, but it's just a proof of concept to demonstrate that the system has good performance in terms of response. I mean, the quality of the text is good, and but is a free account in Google Colab. So this is the answer, and it generates the answer using a document store with wiki page of Hyperledger documentation. That one. And let me show another question. Could be which version of Docker I need to install Hyperledger Fabric. And but the system is good because now it's using a model, a very good model with 7 billions of parameters, which are few parameters compared to like ChatGPT, which is using about 175 billions of parameters. And so it's a very light model, but is in a Google Colab free account with just one GPU. This is the answer. So the idea is to continue with this project in order to have a prototype on a cloud with a microservices architecture and using the same technologies like I don't know, LangChain now is the orchestrator, and also is using Hugging Face model, which are open source model. All the system is on Apache 2 license because it's using open source with this kind of license. For me, it's okay. I don't know if you have question now or at the end, or you can continue with the presentation. Thank you. Okay, yes, LangChain.
Thank you, Gianluca. That was fabulous. I'm going to share my
Thank
screen
you.
again. Just the fact that the information that is in that chatbot is all from Hyperledger, and we know that it's been vetted, makes it so valuable. Thank you for spearheading this project. I am going to, in a few minutes, put in the chat how you can sign up to get on the newsletter to be apprised of Gianluca's lab and maybe help out with it and see if we can really get this something that other people can, as open source, use as well. So that is fabulous news. We are so proud of him for doing this, and we hope that he gets the community's support, which I'm sure he will. So I'm going to advance my screen, if I can find the presentation screen. Okay, so now one of the recommendations for the task force, and this is something that I have a passion about, is the metaverse library for Hyperledger. This stuff is all great and fine and well, but if you can't find it and you don't know where to look for it, it's not relevant. So what we decided to do at the documentation task force was to create a metaverse space using a private metaverse that is open to everyone 24 hours a day. All you need is the room code, and you can either go on to a website and get in, or you can download the app and go in yourself. So I'm going to show you what the actual interface looks like. Again, it is a free, if you're using the library as a learner, there's no cost. It's open to you 24/7. There's nothing you have to worry about. Just enjoy the information. So basically, I'm going to show you the space. So this is the template that I use. This is a program called Agora World. It is a private metaverse leasing company, kind of like Zoom is for meetups. This is for metaverses. So it's basically, I refer to it as a living website. It gives you your information in the flipped classroom. When you want the information, you can go get it, as opposed to it being thrown at you when you're not ready for it. Somebody's here. Hi, Arunima is here. So again, we can see where everybody's from if you come over to here. This is interactive. I have to mute, hold on a second. I have to mute myself in, there we go. I had to mute myself in the metaverse. And so I think, Arunima, you might have to mute yourself as well. And you can come over to here and you can click on, I still am getting some backslash from my voice. I'm sorry. Let me see if I stop. Figure this out. Can you guys hear me okay, or is it not working well?
You're coming through fine. Your voice is coming through fine. And yeah, there was a little bit of an echo, as you said.
Okay, so I'm going to just continue. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm getting some feedback, so I'll just ignore it. So as you can see, I'm in Princeton, New Jersey. Anyone else who comes, Gianluca, if he clicks this keypad, it'll put a flag for where he is in Italy. Same thing with the folks over in India. So it's nice to be able to ground yourself a little bit in this kind of space so that you still have kind of like where you are in the world. Even though we're together. And again, if I wasn't muted in the metaverse, this would be spatial voice. So as I got closer to you, you would hear me. As I backed away, you wouldn't hear me. So you can go into conversations, you can leave conversations. So what we wanted to do here was make a space for the Hyperledger folks to come and learn about Hyperledger. Again, you can just, the meetup, there was information on how to download this. I will put it in the chat again and make it available to anyone who wants to use this at any time. So if we look here, this is just an introduction to the space. It gives you a directory. I'm just going to go in and introduce you. Now, because I am zooming and in the metaverse, I found that when I click on the links in this space, it takes too long to load. So I'm not going to click on anything here in the demo, but I urge you to click on everything because it always goes somewhere else, whether it's to a YouTube video or a wiki page or a sign up sheet or wherever it goes. It's very interactive, or even a cash register if you're buying something. This is not a merchant site though. There's no money exchanged here. This is just free knowledge. So if you come in instantly, we want to know who you are. Are you an end user or are you a code contributor? If you're an end user, you want to know about some of the things that you can get involved in. So the first thing that would be the special interest groups. So these are the groups that are consortium-based groups that Hyperledger hosts in order to share this technology because it is open source. We're trying to get the technology base there for everyone to use. And so we can build amazing things in a non-competitive way. So we have climate action. And again, I'm not going to click on it, but if you clicked on this link, you would go to their wiki page so that you can sign up for their mailing list and see when their next meeting is. Same goes for all of these. For the public sector, shout out to Jim. Financial markets, healthcare. Obviously, we have all of the special interest groups represented here. So that I'm jumping, sorry about that. I'm going to run. So then if you're a contributor, you need to know where you pick up an issue. You need to know how to get a Linux ID. You need to know a little bit about the Hyperledger Foundation and how to contribute. We also give you a video on how to get involved and then the projects that you can get involved also in. And then further down here is your current events. So this is, again, clickable so that you can sign up for these events. If I clicked it, it would take a while for me to load it and find it. So I'm just going to have you trust me on that one. So again, all the current events, all the latest things that are happening in the community, you can come and visit and come see if you want to get involved in them. If you want to know about what's been happening, these are all recent videos. And then we're back to the rest of the special interest groups. I'm sorry if I'm making you dizzy by running, but I just want to cover a lot of ground. So that right away, we're hoping to engage you as to getting the information that you want. This is the learning stations. So basically there's 10 of them around the circle. Each one of the projects has a learning station. Excuse me. Most of them are completed or on their way to being completed. I want to hear from some of the maintainers to find out what information that they want on here. But basically it is links and videos on how to get involved, how to install, the difference between, for basic, private, and public. It gives the information that you want. So these will all be here for each one of the products. The maintainers can host events here. They can put up information here. I'm not the only one who can edit this metaverse. It's interactive. People can put this up. It's like putting up a PowerPoint. You just slide something in a slot and there it is. Tell if it's a video, tell if it's a web link or if an image, whatever text, so that each one of the projects will have a space where their current information is housed. Again, with the directory, you can figure out where we're going. So now we're in the center circle. So it's going to be meet the Hyperledger team. So we have Daniela, clickable right to her email. Same thing, David, I didn't forget you. So people, if you want to email David, just go right there and click on him. So you have information to get you to the Hyperledger staff. And then also the Hyperledger members are on this side, so that if you want to learn about becoming a Hyperledger member, what are the benefits? We give a little shout out to our premier members, which is Accenture, DTCC, Fujitsu, Hitachi, and IBM. Then here's our general members and our associate members, and a video from the members about why it's important to become a member of the Hyperledger Foundation. But the most important thing, in my opinion, in this space is what's in here. So today we talked a lot about the AI tools, and we can't, as a task force, say we're going to give you these guidelines because everything's changing so fast. So again, this is a great space for discussion, collaboration, and figuring out what these tools are for and how they're going to be best used in the community. So we have Tripur standing in front of Whimsical. So if you jump into this, again, anybody on the call can get into the webpage, get into this site on my webpage, ledgeracademy.com. You don't need to download anything, or you can download the link that was in the meetup. If it needs to be in the chat, let me know and I can pause a minute and try to find that. So if you want to ask Tripur questions about Whimsical, here is the information on tonight's presentation. And then we also have, oh, by the way, Gianluca, I made a logo for you. I didn't make it, ChatGPT made it. I put Hyperledger's logo and I said, I want a logo for an FAQ questionnaire, and boom, that's what it came up with. So I went with it. You're not tied to it, you're not married to it, but I just thought it was something to represent. So there you go. So again, ChatGPT gave me a logo in an instant. So this is the space to learn about AI tools and documentation. We're going to be putting up the, David gave us the new branding information. So if you have a PowerPoint you want to use, you have all the brands, all the logos, all the icons, all the color schemes, everything laid out for you. So we'll put that up there. So that's a click away. I think Kajal and Tripur were working on the templates if you want to write a white paper or if you want to do a use case. So you don't have to worry about the formatting. That's already templated for you. All you have to do is download it and fill out your information. So this would be definitely where the documentation creation happens for Hyperledger. Hi, Arunima. So now we're going to go upstairs. I'm going to go this way because it's easier for me to run. And this is where we have the Hyperledger labs. So this will tell you how this checklist will give you, if you're interested in starting a lab, this is a checklist that will let you know what you have to accomplish, how you have to fork the repository, have to get an advisor, you have to get a lab store, that kind of information. Again, it's all clickable so that you can get right to the information so that you can get started. Ooh, I jumped. Sorry about that. Gianluca actually has just done this because this is where we're setting up for his space for him to have discussions with people all over the world anytime he wants on his new Hyperledger Lab FAQ AI. So again, he's going to be having meetings, and as soon as I'm finished speaking, I'm going to go find that link for that wiki page. I think I actually might have it soon. So that's good. So this will be where the people for the labs meet. We're going to have more media slots for more lab projects, so they can come up here. Any lab can come up here, put up a poster, and have a meeting where people can discuss what's going on and gain interest in their lab. And we didn't forget about the maintainers. This is the maintainers lounge out here where they can log in and get to their dashboard to see if their badging for their project is done, to see if their user guides and checklists are done, look at their awards, fill out a profile card so that they have their information. It also gives them checklists to get out of incubation. It also gives a space for them to have chat. So one of the things the task force was charged to do was to decide, to get the GitHub repositories into some kind of cohesive looking Hyperledger documentation, which is like herding cats because there's so many different companies that have input into this. So Hyperledger supplies the community with Git books for make the docs so that you can use that, download that and get everything set up, and you can have all the benefits of that. Or one of the mentees preferred to use Git books, which comes with GitHub. So there was a discussion, and again, we're not setting policy, we're just making suggestions and guidelines. So that discussion is something that is going to continue because we really didn't come up with an answer. The maintainers had different opinions, so it needed further research and further development. So we set up a space for them to come talk about it, and we'll set up a meeting in the future for them to really have some serious discussions about it, and they can come here to do that. Finally, we're wrapping up the metaverse space. Getting excited again, so I jumped. I gave you your own yard, David. So if you want to go to a meetup, you want to relax, you can put live music in here and hang out. But this is the meetup shipyard. So over here we have all the meetups happen here. We take a cruise when we have a meetup because we're like that. So this gives an idea of the vastness of these meetups, how they're so global and they can be networked, and that makes it very powerful. And then you can come up here to the ship's deck and everyone can enjoy a meetup together. If it's being streamed live on YouTube, it can be streamed live here. I would click it, but it would take my computer that I'm asking it to do a lot already, way too long to load. But the video, once it starts loading, it's in real time for everyone. Or it can be a YouTube video that's been pre-recorded, and then it would be your instance. You would watch it by yourself if it wasn't a live stream. So everybody can be watching a pre-recorded video, but we might be on different spots unless it's a live stream video. So the meetups can happen here. Take a nice cruise for the meetups and then go back down. Yeah, I'm going to just jump. And then finally, this is a future idea for me. A lot of folks like to let off steam, have some fun and do some gaming. Agora World is working really hard on that aspect. They have horse racing, they have car racing, they have grapple hook competitions. So I went for the car racing. So Fabric is going to race Firefly, Besu is going to race Cactus, and they're going to have a playoff and a tournament at some point in the future. And you can come in here and see how you can put your sponsors' names. You can pick your car and you can have your little race off and have lots of fun. So basically that's it for us. This is what we suggest for a space for collaboration, for a flipped classroom, for whatever you want to call it. But we feel that it's a very powerful tool for the community so that they can get the information they want when they want it and have it accessible wherever they are. All you need is a cell phone and a browser. So I just want to give a shout out to the mentees. I have never been so impressed with the professionalism that you guys brought to the table this past couple months. Thank you so much. You made my being a mentor, fabulous. So it was great. So thank you very much. I'm going to hit escape and stop sharing, see if there's any more questions, and then I'll meet everybody back in the metaverse. Go ahead, Jim.
All right. So the really bad news about this presentation is it creates more problems than it solves. It introduced a whole lot of great tools, awesome, from everybody on the team. That's wonderful. And now I got a whole bunch of problems with it. And first of all, I am going to double the time I was going to use from you on Calendly going forward now because I have more questions. That's your problem, not my fault. And then the other thing that was interesting is a little bit on the ChatGPT side. I noticed you're using 3.5 as the version, Giancarlo. And the other thing is the LLM for ChatGPT was trained on, I'll call it information in 2021, right? That's the content of what is in ChatGPT. And the challenge I had working with it for DLT was a lot of the newer stuff that I was working on wasn't there. And so I wound up all the time looking for stuff, and I wound up saying, well, wait a minute, all I'm doing is providing information or input that it doesn't have. And one of the things if you look at some of the plugins that are available for ChatGPT, one of them is there's a ChatGPT for Google plugin and a few others. And what I know the Google one, in theory, I haven't tried it, but it's supposed to be adding what I call additional content. So you can take everything that ChatGPT already has and say, well, wait a second, it doesn't have stuff from this year on Hyperledger as an example. But if you're using that Google plugin, in theory, it's going to, in a sense, merge the two from a content perspective. I haven't tried that, but that's trying to solve the limitation of what ChatGPT knows by default. That's a challenge. You guys all brought up the integration issue, and there are some plugins that already do that. So Ghostwriter, as an example, is one that basically, it's a very trivial one, but what it does is says, oh, here's ChatGPT output. Instead of having to copy it over, do a link, it'll automatically generate, like a Word document or something for you, presentation that way. But the hardest part is I looked at the Hyperledger documentation you guys are building. And one of the things that's interesting is going the other direction. Instead of saying, let's make all the doc first, by hand or assisted, is go the other direction. Execute the applications and generate the doc from that. So there's a tool called Plant UML, which is actually a pretty good, I'll call it basic, I'll call it DSL, that you could generate the DSL from actually code execution, which is a different way to go, which would be nice to see if Hyperledger would actually do that, because you would then be able to generate diagrams from executing actual code, which would be a pretty interesting idea. Any kind of diagram, not just the sequence diagrams, but all of UML, anything you wanted. It would be, we did that once with, I'll call it a different DSL, but we're able to nicely generate Word docs automatically by just executing apps that we had built, for what it's worth. And the beauty of that is it means that the documentation is automatically in sync. So every time you release a new version of a product, you just say, okay, we're going to run the full suite of tests on my product. And oh, look, the byproduct of that is we got a new doc for free. So anyway, I didn't know if you guys had thought about something like that, for what it's worth. But thanks. This is really an awesome tool set. I will say that. So thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Jim. That was very nice of you. And I'm always interested in your questions. I can't wait to have a conversation. I did put to sign up for Gianluca's information on his new lab in the chat. So please put your name up there so that you can keep up on what's happening, and let you know when the meetings will be, and let you know how all that is headed. And I'm trying to get, again, my computer's acting a little funny, trying to get the link if people want to join the metaverse after the meetup. Again, it's open 24/7, 7 days a week, 365 days. Feel free to go in. There's nothing but education there for you. Again, I just can't seem to get this to load, but I'm sure it will in a minute. Let me see if there's any more questions in the chat. Don't think so. No. Did I get it? No, I did not. I'm just going to wait just a minute for this to load to see if I can figure out. Oh, I know what I did wrong. Okay, I got it. I created an event instead of going to the one that we're in. So let me get that link. Again, and anybody who wants more information on how to set up a private metaverse, I can give you that information, or you can just follow through from the link that I'm going to give you. Again, the metaverse was built on Agora World, which is one of the finest private metaverses I've come across. And here is the information in the chat, as promised, before the end of the meeting. Yay.
Bobbi, can I ask you about Agora World?
Yes, you can.
Mostly because interesting thing. If we get together sometime to go out for lunch, I think I'll drive, because I've noticed as a driver in the metaverse, you drive really fast. And I get ahead sometimes when you're going through those turns so fast, which then led me to thinking a little bit, for people who are slower like me, is there an accessibility concept in Agora World that says, you know what? Jim's really slow and he's going to
It's your
throw up
shift
all
key.
over your car. So Jim just wants to hit the button that says, take me there without the transitions. Is there a way?
There is portals. We'll do portals. So for instance, if you were at that fabric station and fabric
Yeah.
wanted an entire room for their stuff with every video, they could have that too. You would just
Okay.
have to go through the portal. But if you hit your shift key when you're in Agora World, you'll run very fast.
Okay.
Just so you know, if there's
Yeah.
a menu, if you go to the where the main menu is, you can see the settings and you get all the hints: how to run, how to jump, how to fly, how to somersault, dance, wave.
Okay. So I can see it's a skill set that I have yet to master is Agora World. I'll have
it's
to
fun.
start training for that somehow mentally.
Well, where do you think we're having our meeting?
Uh-huh. Cool.
I'll send you the link.
Okay.
Actually, I just put it in the chat.
Yeah, I got it. I stole it from the chat. Thanks.
Okay, so again, I'm very proud of these mentees. We are going to wrap up the mentorship program. Hopefully, we'll be doing this presentation at the Global Forum. When it comes around, we will definitely be presenting it for that consideration. And again, thank you everybody for coming out. I'm going to go to the metaverse now for a little while if anybody wants to hang out and chat there for a bit. If not, I'll see everyone online. Thank you for
See
coming
you.
out.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you, Gianluca. Great job. Very proud of you. And you too, Arunima and Kasha Tripur, Kajal, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bobby.
It was fun.
Thank you so much, Bobby, for being one of the greatest mentors.
Oh, thank you. We did have a good time. I'll see you in the metaverse.